Today, I will be ranking every single
Wasabi power!
from Angelo all the way to Kenji. So I will keep it simple by ranking it to 6 tier, where S being the most broken or meta Wasabi power right now, and A being very good but not broken. B is above average. C is average, while D is bad and almost trash, and there is F, which is trash and absolutely useless. As some of you might know, I have done over 20 videos rating every Wasabi power individually. So if you are interested in them, do check out my playlist from my profile, and if you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video. First up, we have Angelo. Angelo basically shoot 3 arrows instead of 1, which can pretty much one-shot anyone in close range, which is super broken in most of the game mode. So he is an easy S tier for me. Next, we have Spike. Spike Cactus now spread even further and curves narrower, which makes its shot nearly impossible to dodge without a cover. At first, I was thinking to place Spike on S tier too, but his spread damage wasn't high enough, so I give it a high A tier, which is really close to S tier. On to the next one, we have Shelly. Shelly super now shoot in circle around herself, which I personally think that it is both a nerf and a buff, as she can hit more target around her, but she can't one-shot anyone up close anymore. So I am placing her on C tier, as she is still not too bad. Next up, we have Brock. Brock main attack basically got larger hitbox, and with the recent buff, his damage also increases by a bit. So with that, I am placing him on a solid A tier. Next, we have Colt. Colt main attack basically has longer range, and it also destroy covers, which technically means his Wasabi power is just a mixture of his gadget Silver Bullet and his star power Magnum Special combining together, which is very strong. So with that, Colt earned himself a spot on A tier. Next, we have Sprout. Sprout main attack deals damage when it bounced back from a wall, which I personally think is a bit useless because it only dealt twice the damage if I ricochet my shot from the wall to enemy, which rarely happens. So with that, I am placing Sprout on D tier, as its Wasabi power is kind of lacking in many ways. Next up, we have Edgar. Edgar basically can jump further and faster, and that's about it. So I am going to place him on C tier, as it is nothing crazy, but it ain't too bad either. Next, we have Rosa. Rosa spawned 4 tiles of bush every time she attacked, which is a little bit better after the buff. I think this Wasabi power is useless in real matches, but is fun for sure in friendly battle. So before the buff, I am absolutely putting her in F tier, but after the buff, it got slightly better, so D tier it is. Next, we have Pam. Pam healing turret now gives you extra shield that deplete over time if you are out of the turret healing area. This is actually the same as Pam upcoming hypercharge, which Supercell intentionally delayed the launch until the event is over. Overall, I think that Pam Wasabi power is quite okay, so I think B tier suit her well. Next up, we have Eve. Every time Eve took damage, she will spawn a hatchling, which I think is kind of weak since you really can't spawn much before done. But I will place it on C tier instead of D because it can still be triggered quite frequently. Next, we have Charlie. Charlie spawn a spider every 2 seconds while she is moving, which I can't say much beside average. So C tier it is. Next, we have 8-Bit. 8-Bit can now have multiple turret that has more health, which I think is pretty good, as you can put it behind a cover, and your allies and yourself can get a damage buff, which is not bad at all. Besides that, 8-Bit can also move around faster most of the time if you have his second star power plugged in. As we all know, bro, walk like a tortoise. So with that, I think placing him on B tier is reasonable. Next, we have Bull. Bull super now charges over time and also faster, which is kind of a big deal as it completely changes his playstyle to be super aggressive. So with that, I am placing him on a low A tier, as its playstyle significantly changes due to the Wasabi power. Next up, we have Gus. Gus drop a spirit every time he land a hit on an enemy, which you can either collect it to restore your health or pop it with your first gadget, Kooky Popper, to deal damage. Overall, I think he is above average compared to some of them, so B tier for Gus. Next up, we have Meeple. Meeple main attack shoot 3 projectile and has increased homing, which means its shot curves towards the nearest enemy, making it hard to miss. So for that reason alone, he is an easy S tier for me. Next, we have Tara. Every time Tara uses her super, it spawn 3 shadow that attack the closest enemy, which is pretty good. Besides that, her shadow is 3 times stronger than her gadget ones. So for Tara, I will place it to B tier as her super charges quite slowly. Next, we have Jean. Jean super now homes on target, which is kind of lame to me, but it still helps a bit. So, personally, I think Jean deserve a C tier. Next up, we have Lily. Lily's super now bounces multiple times, making enemy and yourself unpredictable, as enemy could randomly catch his super and get stabbed by Lily, which I think is super fun. And after the buff, Lily super now charges overtime, which makes him super strong but not broken, as his gadget cooldown time is still quite long. So with that in mind, I am giving Lily an A tier. Next up, we have Yong. Yong left a trail behind that speed up allies, and his super also charges faster, which I think it enhances his support capabilities by a bit. So I am putting him on C tier since it is nothing too mind-blowing. Next up, we have Pearl. Pearl is constantly on max heat, which makes his damage output super high. And if you have his second star power heat shield, you basically got a 20% damage reduction permanently. So Pearl is definitely a S tier for me. Next, we have Lola. Lola basically spawn another ego from his super, which is alright and kind of basic. So with that, I am placing her on B tier since it is still quite useful. Next up, we have Nita. Just like Lola, Nita spawned 2 bears instead of 1, but we all know that Nita's bear is better than Lola ego, so Nita get an A tier instead of B. Next, we have Penny. Just like Lola and Nita, Penny spawn 2 cannon instead of 1. But personally, I think Penny cannon is around the same as Lola ego, so I am putting Penny on B tier also. Next up, we have Crow. Crow main attack now returned to him, which simply means it dealt double damage. Besides that, Crow is also the best brawler for Oni Hunt, which I has make a short video showcasing it, so feel free to check that out after you finish this video. Anyway, I think Crow deserve a solid A tier. Next, we have Bo. Bo can basically place infinite amount of landmine, which can be really annoying, as enemy has to keep guessing where was the landmine being planted at. So I am placing him on B tier as he is quite decent, but not until the point where he was good. Next up, we have Gray. Every time Gray uses his portal, he will pull the enemy towards him in 6 different directions. Anyway, is a C tier for me because his mid. Next up, we have
El Primo!
El Primo travel faster with his super, and it also charges quicker. So with that, I'm gonna place him on A tier because all he needs is that 2 buff to make him super strong. Next up, we have Hank. Every time Hank got hit, he will fire fish torpedoes, which used to be super broken. But after the 70% damage reduction, Hank is still somewhat decent. So Hank will be an A tier instead of S. Next, we have Belle. Every time Belle main attack hits an enemy, if split into 5 directions, which is absolutely useless most of the time. So F tier for her. Next up, we have Leon. Every time Leon uses his super, he spawns 2 illusions which target the closest enemy. And his illusion damage is also pretty high, which make him very good. So with that, I am placing Leon on A tier. Next up, we have Buzz. Buzz Torpedo now throws super far, and he has more health, and his super charges faster, which is a decent buff. So I will put Buzz on B tier, since the Wasabi power is decent, but not outstanding. Next up, we have Barley. Barley main attack basically lasts longer. So I think C tier will be fair, since it is alright and kind of boring. Next up, we have Jessie. Jessie basically spawned a giant turret that has increased attack speed and damage, which I personally think is super broken. So personally, I would put Jessie on S tier. Next up, we have Barry. Barry leaves an ice cream trail behind him, which I think is pretty good, as you and your teammate can constantly get healed. And if you have his first star power floor is fine, you basically get a 50% increased reload speed permanently, which is a really good addition. Overall, I think I will put Barry on B tier, as the ice cream trail doesn't really heal much. Next up, we have Ollie. Ollie basically have more health and hypnotize enemy for a tiny bit longer, which I personally think is absolutely useless, as I don't feel any differences with or without Wasabi power. So F tier it is. Next up, we have B. Every time B land a shot, it releases an angry bee. So I am placing her on D tier since it is kind of weak, but not totally useless. Next, we have Stu. Every time he uses his dash, he fire his main attack around him, which I personally think is a bit weak. But after the buff, it got a tiny bit better, so I am placing him on C tier. Next up, we have Max. Max basically have infinity ammo, which I think is super broken and annoying, so she is an easy S tier for me. Next up, we have Tick. Tick basically spawn 3 heads instead of 1, which can easily nuke an enemy. Easy S tier. Next up, we have Frank. Frank has even more health, moves faster, and it destroys every single cover, which I am not sure if it is a good or bad thing, as ranged brawler can distance themselves to kill Frank, so I will put Frank on B tier. Next up, we have Carl. Carl has extreme movement speed when using his super, which can make you catch up to anyone. So with that, I am placing Carl on B tier, as I think there are many brawler that can counter him. Next up, we have Poco. Every time Poco took damage, his first gadget, Tuning Fork, will be activated, which actually can restore a ton of health when you are constantly getting cheap damage by enemy. So I personally think he deserves an A tier, as it is very useful. Next up, we have Ruff. Ruff main attack fires an extra projectile, and it bounces for longer, which in short is just a weaker version of Rico Wasabi power. So A tier seems fair for Ruff. Next up, we have Ash. Ash super now charges faster, and the amount of mice spawn is tripled, which I think can be really annoying for enemy to deal with. So I think that Ash can be on A tier, as the amount of mice spawn really makes a difference. Next up, we have Piper. Piper main attack now shoot 2 bullet instead of 1, which I don't think I have to say much. So easy S tier. Next up, we have Shade. Every time Shade hug an enemy in the center, it activates his super for a short time, and his super also charges faster. So with that, I am going to put Shade on C tier, as I think it is very average. Next up, we have Mortise. Every time Mortise uses his long dash, his super also get activated, which personally for me is alright. So I am putting Mortise on B tier. Next up, we have Mr. P. Mr. P main attack split into more suitcases after the second bounce, which, to simplify it, it basically means his main attack has longer range, which I will put him on C tier, as it is very basic. Next up, we have Byron. Byron main attack now shoots 3 projectiles instead of 1, which makes him a really good healer. So a solid A tier for him. Next up, we have Mo. Mo super now lasts longer and has increased movement speed, which realistically speaking is quite useless after you killed the first target, as his attack range is really short. So I am placing him on D tier. Next up, we have Meg. Meg main attack has longer range, which make her pretty good, as her attack is very wide and good for cheap damage. So I will place her on A tier. Next up, we have Serge. Serge instantly hit max stage with 1 super. Besides that, he also has an increased reload speed, which I think the reload speed buff alone already make him super broken. So the instant max stage is also a nice bonus. Anyway, I think Serge deserves a S tier for sure. Next up, we have Rico. Rico main attack bounces even more. Yeah, easy S tier. Next up, we have Amber. Amber leaves a trail of oil when walking. Besides that, his main attack also split into 3 direction, which give her lesser DPS. Before the nerf, she was definitely a S tier, but right now, the best I can put her is on B tier. Next up, we have Colette. Every time Colette uses her super, it fires 6 projectiles on her side, which I think it doesn't really help much besides looking cooler, so I can only put her on C tier. Next up, we have Fang. Fang supercharges faster and has more health. Besides that, his super extra kicks have much longer range, which is pretty useful. So I think Fang deserves an A tier. Next up, we have Guju. Guju basically spawn a giant puppet with more health, which is decent. So B tier for her. Next up, we have Finks. Finks has his super around him, slowing everything coming towards him, and sped up his main attack shot, which is super broken, as you could basically dodge anything. So Finks is on S tier for sure. Next up, we have Draco. Draco stay on his dragon mode permanently after using his super once until he is defeated. So Draco get a solid A tier. Lastly, we have Kenji. Just like Max, Kenji also has infinity ammo, which make him broken. So Kenji is definitely S tier, as he is also the star of the event. So here are my final tier list for every single Wasabi power. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.